As I walk back to the truck with 2% on my phone, let's go talk about why I'm doing this. So I had to hydrate, I had to stay hydrated, right? But I couldn't resist, man. Couldn't resist. I mean, this thing from Love's Oreo chocolate pudding, I mean, this is my kryptonite, man. And this is how much is that? Zoom in. 570 calories. This little thing right here, man. But man, it definitely is my kryptonite. I get it every time I stop for gas. Alright, I know I'm laying down like Rose from Titanic, but I just want to be comfortable. I've been driving. Right now it is about 5 o'clock p.m. and I've been driving since 11 p.m. yesterday. Now I stopped about 3 p.m. but it is 5 p.m. now, and yeah, I'm burnt. I took a shower, I already ate. It was, the food was pretty gross. But I just wanted to come on here. This is the first episode. Y'all are seeing this on January 1st, but today that I'm recording this is December 23rd. This is the first day of my daily vlog. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this out of nowhere? Well, it's not really out of nowhere. See, the thing is, I've been wanting to do this for almost 10 years now. Since probably about 2014, 2015, I've been wanting to do this type of thing where it's the daily vlog, video blog of just my life, because I do a lot of things. I do a lot of fun things. There's a lot of things that go on in my life, and a lot of people want to live private, and I lived private for a long time. But I feel like not only would it be entertaining, it's just to document, the roller coaster that we call life, right? And so why am I doing this now? Why am I randomly doing this? Well, like I said, I've been wanting to do something like this, but around 2016, 2017, when I started driving for my buddy's uncle, I was like, I'm on the road all the time. I'm in trucks all the time. Like right now, I'm in the back of a truck right now, in a truck bed. Why don't I just do random videos, exploring, going to historical markers or whatever. And of course, like, I just never saw it through. And then 2016, 2017, I stumbled upon a guy named Adam DeWoo, right? And he would go to filming locations. He would go to historical markers, and all over the United States. He would go to Disney, Walt Disney's grave, Toto from the Wizard of Oz grave. He would do all the Wizard of Oz, all the Back to the Future filming locations, horror, what is it called? The one with Kiefer Sutherland, they're vampires. I can't think of it right now. But he would go to all these filming locations, Home Alone. I mean, he went everywhere. And when I was on the road and when my day would end, I would watch like 5 episodes, no lie. I would watch 5 episodes of him just living his life and traveling and going places that I couldn't go, or I haven't been, or I never thought of going, and just spitting interesting facts and just seeing him go through every day just leisurely, and he had a story, or his story is, he was working in retail for like 20 years, and average job, and he said something that stuck with me. He said he always struggled as long as he worked for someone else, right? And there's nothing wrong with working for someone else. I'm not trying to say that I'm gonna do that, but he didn't become fully free until he did what he loved, right? And he didn't care about charging for merch. He didn't care about charging for, at the beginning he had merch. At the beginning he had a Patreon, but then he got rid of that because he's like, you know what? I don't want to take away from people, what I get paid from advertisers and all that stuff is enough. And it was enough for him. He was able to make a life out of it. And so anyways, you fast forward, right? And I, of course, me, like lazy, letting life happen to me, just not seeing the vision, just, thinking it's stupid, people in your ear telling you not to do it, get a regular job, just, whatever, right? Well, today's December 23rd. Not only is it my daughter Kaylee's birthday, which happy birthday, Kaylee, if you're ever seeing this, but I'm over here in Amarillo, so I'm far away. But I do come home tomorrow for Christmas Eve, and then I'm off Christmas. But anyways, I know I'm mumbling and stumbling. I'm trying to keep these vlogs from 10 minutes to 20 minutes, unless it's like a special thing that is like 30 minutes. This is gonna be an everyday thing. It's gonna be hard for me to get used to, right? But before we go to that, like I said, today's December 23rd. December 22nd, 2025, I found out, or the world found out, that Adam the Woo has passed away. Now, I found out about 1 in the morning. I was on the phone with my wife, and we're talking, and she says, oh, did you know this guy? Because she didn't know I watched him, right? Like, Adam the Woo, like, if you watched him, you didn't really tell people about him, right? Like, it was kind of like your guilty pleasure. It was just it was like a thing for you, right? Because if you connected with him and you saw yourself in his shoes, like, you just rode with him, but you didn't go tell the world, like, hey, you should check out this guy. It wasn't even like that. It was a personal thing if you ever were with him or followed him. But yeah, I found out at 1 in the morning, and my first reaction was shocked. I was so shocked, and then I felt sadness. I went through the whole stages of emotion, and I've never even met this guy. Mind you, the past couple years, I'll watch a couple episodes, and then I disappear for a few months, come back, watch a couple episodes. Like, I wasn't religiously doing it. But let me tell you something. Knowing that he passed away, like, really, like, hit me, like, hard, and I just can't believe it. It's one of those deaths that makes you say, what? Him? But there's no way. There's no way. Like you can't believe it. Like, it's gonna take a long time to believe it. Like, this guy was, he put smiles on a lot of people's faces, and I always feel stupid, like, whenever it comes to celebrities' death, it's like, these people wouldn't post you, or these people wouldn't talk about you. But I mean, that's why they're celebrities, right? Like, that's why they're celebrities. They're known by everybody. I hate when people say that, like, oh, they wouldn't post you, they wouldn't talk about you. Of course they wouldn't. They don't know you. Well, maybe if they knew you, they would. But you know them, right? And he was just one of those dudes that you knew he was just a genuine guy. You just knew it. You could feel it. You could feel energies. You know when something's off, when someone's not right. And you could also feel when someone's, like, just has a pure heart. And that guy had a pure heart, man. And I could ramble all day, all night about him. But so as I'm driving out, he's on my mind all day today. Like, I can't get it out of my mind because he was my top 2 favorite YouTubers. Like, I spent years watching this guy, and following him and living through him on things that I couldn't do. But there's also things that I did because of him. Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre filming locations in Texas. I did all that because of him. Or the JFK assassination over there in Dallas. I went to that location because of him. Elvis Presley's Graceland, I went because of him. Like, a lot of things that he did, he made it like, oh man, like, I want to do that too. Even like Universal and Disney, he loved Disneyland, right? Like, he loved Disney World. And so do I. Like, I'm a Disney adult. I'm not ashamed to admit it. And I don't know, man, it was just magical what he created, and it's just done now. So now I'm like, and I'm not trying to say, man, I'm gonna be the next him, right? Because nobody could be the next him. I don't care how much you try to imitate that guy. he'll always be a one, and he's a supernova, you know. But for me, I'm just gonna do it. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll stop doing this in 2 days. Maybe it's just a thing. Maybe I'll stop doing it in 10 days. Maybe it'll go the whole year. Maybe it'll go somewhere. I'm not gonna focus on quote unquote succeeding and getting followers and getting money. I'm gonna do this for me, you know. Let y'all get a little peek into my life and what I do, right? Now, of course, some things will be private, right? But for the most part, you're gonna see what I do daily, or what I think daily, my thoughts, and this is probably good therapy for me, you know. But before this video is an hour long, you know, this is first episode. This is how it's gonna go. There's gonna be an episode every day that I'm gonna release, and it's from the day before, and I'm gonna do that. And I'm not allowing myself to buy a legit camera until my 100th episode, which is probably like in April. If everything goes right, maybe April or May, something like that. I'm not gonna allow myself to have merch until I have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, not Facebook, on YouTube. 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Then I will do merch. I'm gonna set like goals and limits for myself and grow this thing little by little. So, you know, the first episodes, maybe the first 100 episodes, is gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough editing. I'm not gonna know what I'm doing. You know, I gotta get comfortable talking to a camera in front of people instead of having to go to the corner and just record real quick. It's just weird for me because I'm very private, you know, and you know, I'm not meant for TikTok and stuff like that. But to do this type of thing, you know, you got to come out of your shell. So I got to get comfortable with it, and it'll also help me with my stand-up comedy, because I do stand-up comedy also. You know, get being comfortable on stage, being comfortable. If you want to be an actor, which we could talk about that later, I've always wanted to be an actor. I want y'all to see the journey. Like, just ride with me, and whether I fail, whether I succeed, I just want y'all to have something to watch, something genuine, nothing that's stupid trends or pranks, or, you know, I want you to see some genuine stuff. You know, I want you to see my hard days. I want you to see my happy days. I want you to see all of that, you know. And for now, I'm gonna call it Marshuntv, Marshuntv, and we're gonna just go from there. And like I said, the episodes are gonna be for like 10 minutes to 20 minutes, unless it's something crazy special. It'll be a little bit longer. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. And y'all could just have, y'all don't even have to watch. Y'all could just have it playing in the background when you're driving. If you're a trucker, I'm a trucker too. You know, I'm gonna just show y'all things that I see on a daily basis. There's so many things I see, whether it be accidents, animals, like situations, weird things, not good food, whatever it is. So I'm inviting y'all, and that's crazy that I said that, because Adam the Woo, man, Adam the Woo would say, I'm inviting y'all. He would say, join me, shall you? He would always say that at the beginning of his vlog, and you know, and then when he would end his vlog, he would say, vlog over. Man, I'm gonna miss that dude, man. But he inspired me, and this inspired me in a weird way to stop putting it off, because there's a lot of things I've missed that I could have put on camera. But what I want to say, and this probably won't be the last time I talk about him, rest in peace to Adam the Woo, man, the best to ever do it, the originator of this vlog format. You know, everybody was inspired by him. There's so many YouTubers that started YouTube because of him, and I could say that I'm one of him. I'm one of them. Sorry, I'm one of him. But I'm one of them that was inspired by him, right? I've had other inspirations too, but he did inspire me to be more adventurous and see things. There's so many things to see just in the United States, not even traveling. He didn't start traveling overseas and doing videos overseas until recently. You know, for years, you know, 10 plus years, 15 years, he found things to do in the United States. There's so many things to see. There's so many nice places, and we think like, oh, we have to go to Paris or we have to go here or there to experience something. There's so many things here. Just where I live in Texas, there's so many things in Texas to do. But we always have our mind like, oh, I gotta go to New York, I gotta go to Miami. Like, come on, man. You know, so let's go on these adventures and let's see what we can do. And that's all I'll say about that, man. Rest in peace, Adam the Woo. This is episode 1. That's it. Maybe I should say liftoff. Yeah, let's go with that. That's the end of the vlog. Liftoff.